Hey, you guys, how are you? And welcome in. You guys, today we are going to be discussing why your credit scores are different when you go apply for credit than what you may actually be seeing online. Whether you are using Credit Karma or whether you are using your credit card or your bank app's credit score, or whether you are using Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion's websites directly. Okay? By the time we make it to the end of this video today, you're going to know exactly why your credit scores are different, what credit scores you should be looking for, and where to find those credit scores. Okay, so let's jump right in. You guys, first, I need you to understand that when it comes to our credit scores, we have different models of our credit scores. We have Vantage scoring models and we have FICO scoring models. Okay. And our Vantage scoring models and our FICO scoring models, those are two different models. Okay. FICO scores were actually created first, you guys. They are the beginning of credit scores. Okay. Now, with the Vantage scores, you guys, our Vantage scores were actually founded by Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion as a way to compete against the FICO scoring model. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion wanted lenders to use or want lenders to use the Vantage scoring model instead of the FICO scoring model. And you guys, if lenders start using the Vantage scoring model, that means Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion make more money. And they have been pushing this Vantage scoring model since 2006. Okay, so we have two different scoring models, our Vantage scoring models and our FICO scoring model. Now, remember I said we have our Vantage scoring models. As you can see here, this comes directly from VantageScores website. And you see it says our models. Okay, they have upgraded some. I will say that. It used to be Vantage. They had a Vantage scoring 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0, but they have added quite a few. Now they have a Vantage Score 4.0 attributes, a Vantage Score 5.0, a Vantage Score 4 plus. Okay, so they have made some changes. So there are different Vantage scoring models. We have at least 7 of those. Okay, at least 7. I want to say 8 if we're doing Vantage 1.0, Vantage 2.0. No, it's 7. Okay, at least 7 Vantage scoring models. Now, remember, we also have our FICO scoring model. And this is directly from MyFICO.com. The people who created the first algorithm for credit scores. MyFICO, FICO, okay? If you can see here, we have widely used versions, our FICO 9 and our FICO 8. We have versions used by auto lending, versions used in credit card decisions, versions used in mortgage lending, and newly released versions. You can see we have way more than 7 versions when it comes to our FICO score. Now, I hope you guys are kind of seeing why your scores are different everywhere. For one reason, because we have so many different scoring models. But you guys, I'm going to show you how to determine which credit scoring model you're looking for. Okay. And I'm also going to show you where to find your credit scores that a lender will be looking for. Okay. Now, the major difference, you guys, another difference between FICO scores and Vantage scores, you guys, are the way that they're calculated. You can see FICO scores, you guys, they are calculated using 5 different things. They're calculated using our payment history, outstanding balances, types of credit, credit history, length, and recent history. With our Vantage scoring model, they're using 6 different things to calculate our scores, and the percentages are different. Okay? With the Vantage scores, you can see they have payment history, amount of credit, credit balances, length and depth of credit, new accounts and inquiries, and total available credit. So the models are all calculated differently. They're using different things from our credit profile in order to determine our credit score. Different factors are carrying a different weight, a different percentage. Okay? Now, let's talk about how to determine what credit score you are actually looking at. You guys, this is from Credit Karma. If you're looking at your credit scores online, somewhere underneath or above your credit scores, they will tell you what model they are using. Here, you can see Credit Karma uses our Vantage scores. You guys, when it comes to our Vantage scores, these are the scores, remember, that Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion created as a way to compete with the FICO scores, but most lenders are still using our FICO scoring model. Now, I do want to go back because when we were on VantageScores website, I did see it at the top, but I did not have time to read it. It says the FHFA director, HUD secretary announced Vantage scoring model 4.0 will be implemented into home loans or loans for Fannie Mae, Freddie Mae, and FHA. So instead of using just FICO scoring 5, 4, and 2 for mortgages now, some places may be using our Vantage score model 4. Okay? And remember, with those scoring models, everything is calculated differently. Okay? Credit Karma, they're using our Vantage scores. These Vantage scores should only be used for educational purposes only. Say it with me, you guys. Vantage scores should be used for educational purposes only. Okay? Now, if you go to Experian's website to look at your credit scores, you see it says Experian 708, and underneath it, it says credit scores calculated using FICO score 8. Okay, so if you are using a lender, if you're applying for a credit card and that lender is using the FICO scoring model 8 and they pull Experian from Experian, this will be the score that they get. You guys, you also have to remember that all of our credit scores, or all 3 of our credit scores from the major 3 credit bureaus, are going to be different. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. All 3 of those scores are different. All 3 of those scores are different because each one of our credit reports report different information. All creditors don't report to all 3 credit bureaus because they don't meet the qualifications. Some creditors can only report to certain credit bureaus, maybe TransUnion or maybe Equifax. Some creditors may report to Equifax and Experian. Some creditors report to all 3 credit bureaus. Not only do different creditors report to different credit bureaus, we have to remember that 80% of credit reports have errors, and they are different errors because these are different companies. So our credit scores are going to be different, and they're going to fluctuate for each credit bureau. Okay, now this is Experian. If you look underneath it, it says FICO score 8. Now, with our Equifax, it says Equifax 720, and if you look on down, it says Vantage Score 3.0. Vantage scores are for what? Educational purposes only, okay? Now, if you go to TransUnion's website, I was not able to get a picture or a screenshot from TransUnion, but if you are able to see your credit score on transunion.com, remember, just look right underneath the score, and it should say Vantage Score Model 3.0 is being used, because here on TransUnion website, if they're giving you your credit score, they're letting you know that they're using their scoring model, which is the Vantage scoring model, which is for educational purposes only. Okay. I still got a couple more examples, you guys. I want you to stay with me because I want to bring all of this together because I really want you guys to understand, okay? Now, these are SmartCredit credit reports, okay? You can see it says TransUnion 707, Experian 701, Equifax 715. But when you look up top, it says VantageScores 3.0, which means these are for educational purposes only. You guys, when it comes to the scores that lenders are using, these FICO scores, as you can see here, these next couple of slides that I'm going to show you are directly from MyFICO.com. And remember, those are the people who created the first algorithm for credit scores. You can see this says FICO Score 8. Underneath there, you see it says score versions by loan type. They're going to show you your mortgage scores, your auto loan scores, your credit card scores, and newer version scores. So if you're getting ready to apply for a car or a home or credit and you want to know what your credit scores are, go to myfico.com. Now, you do have to pay for these scores, okay? They're not just giving these scores out. When lenders pull your credit report, they have to pay for those scores, okay? So you have to pay for those scores. They have different plans available, though, and you can check those out on their website. As you can see here, this says FICO Auto Score 8. You see, then it says 717, 735, 722. Okay, these are FICO Auto scores. If you're going to apply for a car, the auto loan or the dealership may be using your FICO Auto Score 8. But remember, there are multiple ones, and you see here with auto loans, you see all the different versions. They got Auto Score 8, Auto Score 9, Auto Score 542, Auto Score 10. You have to click on each one of those. All of those scores are different. They're not the same as these scores, okay? And you can click on it and it'll break it down for you. And here, as you can see, these are your mortgage scores. And you can see it says mortgage scores are using our FICO score 5, 4, and 2. Okay? So these are our mortgage scores. So if we were to apply for a home, these should be the scores that a lender is pulling if they are using our FICO score 5, 4, and 2, unless they're using the new Vantage scoring model 4.0, which Fannie Mac, Freddie Mac, and FHA loans are trying to start implementing. I don't know if they're implementing that yet, but this would be the scores that they're using the last time I checked. And this, myfico.com, is where you can get those scores from. You guys, I really hope this video helped. I hope you understand why all of our credit scores are different. I hope you understand how to identify what credit score you are looking at. And I hope you know or are able to go to myfico.com. I hope you know where to get your credit scores from if you're getting ready to apply for something and you want to know what your scores are before you apply. Because you guys, when we pull our credit ourselves, like this online from Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, Credit Karma, MyFICO, we do is not a hard inquiry, okay? So if you want to see, get prepared before you go to see what your scores are, you can get those from myfico.com. You guys, I hope this video helped. If I missed anything or if you have any questions, please let me know and I will get those topics covered for you. Until next time, you guys.